Hi everybody, it is Wednesday, October 6th, and I'm just sort of checking in for you guys that are kind of wondering how I'm doing. My right arm and my right leg are fine again, so as if nothing happened, pretty much I'm completely back to normal, so that's good. And I just kind of want to give you a bit of an update as far as how I see things going on out there. As you know, this is just from my perspective, you guys. I'm just trying to find out the truth, just like anybody else. So, even though I get telepathic messages, which I know eventually you guys will get too, so it's not just me. This is just kind of might seem strange right now, but it's like your inner voice or something, I guess, trying to guide you. It's basically guides. We all have them. Um, so a lot of times when I get a message or a download or something, I usually check, especially on the internet or something, if other people are talking about the same subject. Or in social media, if kind of that's what the chatter's all about. Um, because as you know, there's a lot of news out there which is trying to be deceiving. They're basically trying to keep our eyes off of what's really going on. That's why I basically completely shut off TV. I don't watch it at all because it's mostly disinformation. It really is. I hate saying that. It sounds weird, but it's just I don't even want to listen to it because it's very distracting. So what I've been getting lately is, as we know, this is kind of a spiritual behind the scenes war going on, and I know what the dark forces, in a sense, I guess, are trying to do, and what they've tried to do, and they're basically failing miserably, which is awesome. But that's because of the help we're getting. I mean, we're a part of it. Our consciousness is part of it, and that's something I don't know. I've tried to go into a few times, but like we are consciously manifesting stuff as we imagine it. So we have to have good intentions and positive thoughts because it helps manifest things. It's kind of, I mean, I can go on with that for a long time, how that works. But I just want to give you a basic update that from what I understand right now is this is about as bad as it's gonna get for maybe another week, I guess, or so. They've thrown everything they've got at us, and now it's like the tide has changed. Now it's coming back, and we've made a lot of headway behind the scenes. Like we've done a lot of good things. A lot of it just hasn't. Can't see it right now because it's been kind of hidden from our media and things like that. But this truth is going to start coming out more and more. So it's going to basically just kind of we're going to be vindicated as far as like us being saying that we've got help. They're fixing things up. There's bad guys being arrested behind the scenes, all that stuff. And everybody's been making fun of us because they're always saying, well, show me what's going on. But it's all been kind of hidden from the public view. So now it's going to be exposed more. So that's something really good to look forward to. So that's kind of what I'm picking up big time. That like the tide has changed, and now it's going to start off slowly, but then become exponential and start speeding up this disclosure of what's been going on. For two main reasons. For the first main reason is whoever's kind of, I know it's not just one person. It's almost, you can call it a council or whatever, but people that are working behind the scenes have made the decision to do a slow wake up rather than a sudden wake up. Just also to so it isn't so shocking to people. For us, that they're onto it, we kind of pick up what's going on. We already get the bigger picture. But for people that are really, really sleepy, they're doing it for their benefit. So it really is trying to just enlighten everybody. So it's kind of a slow rollout of what's going on, as well as there's a lot of work they're doing behind the scenes. There's still a lot of cleanup operations going on. So there's that, and then also there's something else that I know I've told you guys a little bit about on some videos. That, for instance, I get attacked, and I think that it's from some sort of satellite or whatever. A lot of that stuff has been kind of taken down now, so like I'm a lot more safe than I used to be. but also the there's been a lot of mind control that's been from off planet, and not just, I'm not talking satellites, I'm talking even farther away. It's almost like a psychic uh, type of attack. I know it sounds woo woo and everything, but there is actually kind of tech behind it as well. And it's as usual, it's always a frequency. So, from what I understand, is they've been trying to crack this code of this brainwashing code, the good guys, and they finally basically cracked the code or whatever it is. And like I said, it's a frequency, so it's probably like a combination. If you could look at it like computer language, it's like a series of numbers or something, and you have to get them all right. So they finally cracked this code of this. You can just call it like it's like a radio frequency from a galaxy far away. You can call it that. But I'm just saying that frequency that's been trying to control our minds has been cracked and basically being shut down. So what you're seeing now is going to be people that are kind of waking up going, "Wow, what was I thinking?" And things like that. It's more like it's going to be an awakening to them. I'm talking about the people that have been controlled, highly controlled. And whereas for us, we've already probably broke those ties a long time ago. One of the best ways to break that control is to not watch TV. So if you do that, you just stop being brainwashed. But anyway, so now even the brainwashed are going to slowly start waking up too, and they're going to try to make sense of everything because they're what they were doing was doing nonsensical things. I mean, that was kind of the biggest clue for us. They're figuring out, it's like, where people going, you guys, like, you're just creating hate out of nowhere and fear and things like that. And we're just trying to figure out, it's like, it doesn't make any sense. Even your narrative doesn't make sense. And so we make fun of them on social media all the time. It's like, just do it because you have to do it, but for no real logical reason or some sort of pseudoscience or something. It just doesn't make sense. So even the average person that's not even completely awake of what's really going on, they started picking up on that too, going, "Whoa, that just doesn't make sense." So the people that were driving that agenda, they were basically being controlled with some sort of mind control. That's going to be shut off, or from what I understand, it's probably being shut off this week. And then they're going to finally go, and just to be able to use their own minds. I don't know, sure how long it'll take to kind of clear their minds, but then even them to themselves, they're going to realize what I'm doing is just not making sense. Just doesn't work, because it was, in a sense, they weren't thinking clearly, as we know that, but it was almost like as if they were getting thoughts from someone else. Someone else's agenda was going through them. So that's going to stop, and so this is, like I said, this wave is starting to come. It's going to head back the other way now. So yeah, not only, it's like I keep saying that we've won this war. We have. It's not finished, but the main war we've basically won. Now it's almost like these smaller battles, and also the reconstruction has to start happening, and it's going to go back the other way. So things are looking really good as far as that's concerned. So I guess that's kind of all I really want to just weigh in on for this week. But just like you guys, I'm just sort of watching kind of as things unfold. But I guess if I could give some advice to you guys right now, is if anything is based in fear, basically it's not true. Basically, let me put it that way. I mean, there's some good common sense things that we should be doing, like for instance, making sure we have 2 weeks worth of food, and fill up your tanks with gas, because there is going to be chaotic times ahead of us. But I'm just saying, don't. Well, that's really the number one rule to any real civilization out there, is basically you can't make decisions with fear. Fear is something we have to completely get rid of. So, and which we will be in the future for sure. So I guess kind of my advice is that don't follow any fearful narrative. Like, don't buy into it, because by buying into it, you also kind of help manifest it. So as much as I tell you how important it is to be positive, because our positive thoughts create our positive future. Same with fear, and that's why they use it for that, for their agenda. So just kind of ignore all the fear narratives out there, you guys. No, the world's not going to come to an end. There's not an asteroid. There's not going to be a tsunami. There's not going to be famine. So just don't even buy into those, you guys. This is actually, whether you guys understand it, this will come out more in the future. And I just, it's too much to go into it, but I can't talk about it, on these small little snippets I do right now. But is we're getting a lot of off-planet help. It's basically your galactic families that have, in a sense, come here to help, because this has gone too far. And they normally, I know it sounds weird, normally they don't interfere with how we overcome problems, but this got overwhelming, and that's why there's a lot of us that were sent here to help. So whether it's we're boots on the ground or we're working from off planet, but I'm just saying that it's going to get more apparent in the future. You guys will really understand this. But we're getting a lot of help, and don't worry. We're very well protected. The human race is very, very well protected right now. It's just about cleanup operations, trying to clean up all these, including just like for instance, we have off-planet help. Those basically off-planet bad guys basically trying to rule this world, and we've stopped them. That's kind of what it boils down to. It was a slow takeover. They've been doing it for thousands and thousands of years, but that reign has come to an end. So it's gonna be difficult to change this back to the way it should be, the way it should have been. And the way it should be run. Not run, but just the way we're supposed to live our lives. So that's coming in the future, and I'm going to be part of that. I know that. So yeah, I'll be around for all that stuff. And yeah, so be positive, stay positive, and yeah, it's going to get better from here on in. Let me put it that way. Just from here on in, all of us truthers out there are going to finally go, yes, thank you, tell the truth, yes. And start really, really showing people how we have to dismantle this control system that we've all been enslaved to. So that's coming to an end. Hang in there. I am too. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.